Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to deal with the topic science and technologies. In particular, we'll talk about technology, different gadgets that changed our lives, and discuss advantages and disadvantages of popular inventions. So, the topic of our lesson is inventions for and against. Let's look at inventions which have changed our lives and speak about their good and bad effects on our lifestyle. Let's start with a computer. Our life would be boring without computers. It's hard to believe that one device can provide people with entertainment, news, education, music. Internet is the mainstream of information nowadays. It informs us, entertains, and educates. We find everyday news online, educational resources, films, music, games. However, computers have certain disadvantages. First of all, there is too much violence online, as well as aggressive pictures and irrelevant information. All this can lead to different problems. Think about other bad effects internet has. Next is a car. The car has long been a part of our lives. The car performs a lot of different functions. The most common function is the movement. You can travel on long distances. It's very convenient, and besides it's also a compact vehicle that not only quickly takes anywhere, but also protects from all the inconveniences of the long road. If it were not for the enormous opportunities that cars give to production, most likely our industry would not have evolved so quickly and successfully. So another good side is transportation of products, of course. If we speak about bad effects, it's worth saying about car accidents. What good and bad effects of using a car do you know? Think, please, and write. Next is a TV set. This invention has greatly changed our life. It is a wonderful invention of modern science. It has both advantages and disadvantages. First of all, television is one of the fastest means to access information from different parts of the world. We can learn to make our favorite dishes by watching cooking episodes, for example. The television shows, music, video songs, live matches are sources of our entertainment. When we watch too much of TV shows, our eyes get tired, and it is a bad side of television. So, think a little and add more good effects and bad effects which television makes on our lifestyle. It's no secret that smartphones are everywhere these days. It seems like nearly everyone has one. The first advantage is communicating with friends and family. This one is pretty obvious. Since the first cell phone we have been able to make calls while on the go. Constant internet access. It doesn't take much of an imagination to come up with tons of advantages of having the internet at your fingertips anytime you need it. Want to find all the local movie times? No problem. But our phones can do so much these days that some people have trouble tearing themselves away long enough to reconnect with the real world. You have likely seen them around town, on public transport, and in stores, with eyes and fingers glued to their mobile device. Instead of interacting with the people around them, they ignore face-to-face conversation for virtual ones. I know that you can add more advantages and disadvantages to these inventions. So please think a little and write down in your exercise books more good and bad effects. And let's discuss these questions. Have our lives always been improved? Have we become too passive? Are we too dependent on technology? How dangerous could it be? Please open your books on page 133 and look at exercise 4. Let's read what people say about how they use the internet. The first is Allison. It's difficult to imagine living without it. I use it a lot for project work and exams. Some of my mates say it's absolutely no help at all. I really don't understand what they are talking about. Bill, I don't know what people used to do before. It's a great way of chatting with people you know. It allows you to find out what they are doing. It's certainly more interesting than homework. Carl, to be honest, I never watch the news, so I use the net to find out what's going on in the world. In particular, I like to read the home, sport, and entertainment news. Diana, you can get everything you want at the click of a mouse. Who needs the video store or DVD shop when you can get almost anything online? I must admit I'd like a job connected with the internet. Emma, things are very different now. I use it all the time at my place of employment. I particularly use it for research. My boss expects everything to be perfect. I also use it to email colleagues and clients. Fiona, sometimes I'm worried that I might be addicted. I spend hours surfing, but it's a waste of time really. I never find out what's happening and I'm not even sure that I enjoy it. We spoke much about the important things around us, how they make our life easier and more comfortable. Your homework will be exercise 4B on page 134. For questions from 1 to 6, choose from the people above and give their names. Don't forget to send your homework to our Google Classroom. So, for today it's all. Thank you, goodbye.